By First Commonwealth Bank here on AM 1160 WCCS and 101.1 FM. Good morning to you. In the studio with us this morning, Todd Brice and Rob Jorgenson from S&T Bank. And we're so grateful to have both of you fellows stop by to visit with us today. Jack was telling me before that he remembers doing Rob's football games with the 1981 Salzburg Trojans. Is that true?
Wow, he's got a great memory.
Well, he remembers doing Todd's baseball games.
Jack did a few games for us over the years, so you guys do a great job.
And Jack remembers everything. Trust me.
He's seen it all.
He has.
Well, we used to beat up on Salzburg in the basketball games a little bit too, Rob. I had to get that in.
Basketball, yeah. 1980 maybe, not 81.
Here we go. Are you fellas through here?
Yeah.
S&T Bank, 115 years, which is just amazing to consider. And as we think about S&T Bank and you have big celebrations planned coming up for S&T?
We do, Todd. So on May 21st, we celebrate our 115-year anniversary. So in recognition of that, we're going to have a couple promotions going on throughout the next few days. We have a Facebook Live going on tomorrow at 9 o'clock. So if you're on Facebook, go on and check us out. And we're going to have a couple promotions for folks that use a debit card and do a transaction in June. They'll be eligible to win $1,115, a prize. We'll have 5 of those winners, and then we're also having a one-day CD special on June 2nd. That will be an 8-month CD at 1.15%. And also, if you stop in one of our branches or go online on Friday and conduct a transaction, you'll be eligible to win a special prize through the branch. So we'll have 64 winners, I think, out of the branch and the online, and then all those winners will be eligible to be entered into a grand prize drawing that will go off on June 8th for $1,115. So a lot of stuff going on.
And if you're local and you want to see Facebook Live, you can stop by the Indian Springs branch where we'll be broadcasting Thursday morning.
You know, one of the things I wanted to ask you guys about has to do with that branch and with the headquarters on the corner here. Those are, when you talk about state of the art, and it seems like a really cliche thing, but those are amazing facilities. And just talk, if you would, about how quickly the technology has advanced in the banking industry, because we know that there are no changes in the banking industry ever that you've had to deal with, but technologically, it's just fascinating.
It really is, Todd. And when you think, I've been with the company 32 years now, and how things have changed over that period of time really is amazing. And really, the Indian Springs branch is what we call our new technology branch. But it has all the bells and whistles, and with the iPads in there. But it's how we deliver our products and services today is more and more going online, or pick up your phone and can transfer money to each other, direct. Without going into the branch. You can deposit checks, right through your phone, and pay your bills online through your computer or phone or whatever medium you want to choose. But it really is evolving and will continue to evolve, and we need to make sure that we stay on top of it. And we have a partner that provides us with our technology solutions, and we have a good suite of products out there to make sure our customers have convenience to do their banking transactions.
And Rob, from the marketing standpoint, that when you have all those advances, you still have to deal, I don't want to say deal with, but you still have to reach out and be sure that you're serving customers who are more traditional as banking customers, and so S&T has to also keep cognizant of that.
Absolutely. That's why we have the Indian Springs Innovation Center that serves both the walk-in traffic or the traditional drive-through customer, as well as the digital customer. And we have customers that come in, and believe it or not, that branch, they hang out and they're on their iPad, they're reading, studying, doing whatever, grabbing a cup of coffee, but they're certainly doing their banking as well. And we don't want to forget about our traditional customers, so we still have quite a few of them that want to use and visit us.
As I have been thinking within the S&T family about 115 years of S&T Bank, when you think back and you begin to read up on the founding of the bank, the founding partners, the fathers, if you will, of S&T Bank, it must just be fascinating for you to look back on the history of this organization, this institution.
It really is, Todd. We were founded in 1902, and the first office was at the corner of 8th and Philadelphia Street, really where the front of the Coney Island is today. And there was a gentleman named John Scott was the first president. We had 20 employees. I looked up, the first day deposits totaled $34,000. And by the end of the century, I think that total assets were about $1.4 million. Today we're $7.1 billion, and we have about 1,100 employees. 1910, you talk about state of the art, but in 1910 we built we call our Midtown office, which is catty corner from the Coney Island. Today we moved into there, and it was a state of the art office building. It's 6 or 7 stories high, and that was our home until 1970. And then we built the building right here where we are on 800 Philadelphia Street, just a 2-story building, and we outgrew that, so we built the building that we're in today, and we moved into there in 2006. And I think it's important for us when we started thinking about what we're going to do space-wise, but to keep people downtown supporting the local merchants. It would have been easy to move out of town or even out of the county maybe, but this is our home for 115 years, and on Philadelphia Street, and so we have probably 200 plus people in the building over there that add some life to downtown every day and coming to work, and over that period of time too, we've bought 13 banks over the years. I think you were just looking yesterday, but started I think in 1967 was the first one in Salzburg, and then 1970 was up in Punxsutawney. But we also partnered with local hometown organizations. Homer City, Du Bois, Unity in the Plum Borough area, Ford City, I'm not going to forget some of these, Vandergrift, Westmoreland County, Irwin, and then Mainline, which was Evansburg, Gateway was south of Pittsburgh and McMurray, and then in 2015 was the Integrity Bank, which got us into the Harrisburg market. So it's really today, we still considered, Western Pennsylvania-based company, but we operate in 5 markets from Columbus, Ohio, Akron, Ohio, Rochester, New York, and then out in the Harrisburg region. So kind of a little more spread out than we were in 1902.
Yeah, Indiana County, of course, is the founding home of S&T Bank, and it's really been a banking hotbed, hasn't it, down through the decades and now over a century. Why has Indiana County been such a real focus for the banking industry as a whole?
I'm not sure, but I think we're lucky in this town, and certainly we're proud of what we've accomplished at S&T. But when you think about it, for a community of our size, really there are 4 banks headquartered here. Certainly First Commonwealth is a little bit bigger than us, but then you also have Indiana First and Marion Center, and and they're all good friends, and we all compete against each other, but. I think it really just it adds a lot of vibrancy to our community. I don't think that the financial services get recognized as an important driver of the economy collectively. I mean, people look at S&T, people look at First Commonwealth or Indiana First, but when you put us all together, it's pretty impressive, I think.
We are, of course, so appreciative of your support for the Teddy Bear Fund Drive through the B.E. Taylor concert, the many years that we've had it, and other charitable efforts, but banking industry again as a whole. You think of practically any business here in Indiana County, they've had to deal with all of these wonderful bankers, and the banking institutions themselves have been really the financial footing for all of these organizations when they expand, when they acquire. I think of IRMC, I think of all of the various business entities here in Indiana County. It really points out how Indiana County is really dependent upon much of the banking interests that go on here.
Again, I think we're fortunate. Certainly with the university in town is a great community asset. You mentioned IRMC. We have great school systems throughout the county, and we're very, very fortunate to be a part of that, Todd.
Yeah, absolutely. Rob, as you think about it, and I gave you this specific assignment I said last week.
Sure.
Find me a few names of people who have been affiliated with S&T down through the years who are really legends and cornerstones of Indiana County and our business and industry.
Well, Bob Dugan would be number one that
Sure.
we think very highly of. Jim Miller, Bob Fiskus. Those would be 3 of the most recent history that are famous S&T people that have really done a lot to build up S&T to where it is today, for sure.
And they provide for you the sort of legacy that you built on with folks who are involved with the bank now.
Absolutely, and it's allowed us too I just wanted to say something about the community, allowed us to really support a lot of different projects within the community, like the arena. The S&T Arena is a nice thing that we're able to support, and the Miracle Field, and you mentioned B.E. Taylor. We hope that comes back someday in some form. Saw Mark in here a few minutes ago. I'm sure he's working on something there, but that's been a nice event for us to support, and we've been fortunate to be able to do things like that over the years.
And the Wellness Center, the S&T Wellness
Yeah,
Center.
that's right.
Is another part
Sure.
of what S&T has placed its footprint on, if you will, in Indiana County. Those are all important initiatives that keep everything vibrant here in the county.
Communities have been very good to us, Todd, and part of our mission as a corporation is giving back to the communities that have supported us. And as you get spread out, it's a little more difficult because you have really 5 different markets you need to be cognizant of. But again, this is our home. Rob grew up in Salzburg. I get plug in from my hometown of Plumville, but I think it's just a wonderful place to do business.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're so grateful for you and for coming in this morning, because I know that you're busy guys. But who gets to blow out the 115 candles that you already did?
Todd's doing breathing exercises today in preparation.
Yeah, they've had me on the treadmill. It's not working so good.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming in. We celebrate along with you 115 years of S&T Bank. I know that you're going forward. The banking industry doesn't stand still, and you won't either.
Thanks for having us, and thanks for your support as well.
It's our
Thank you,
pleasure.
Todd. Great.
It is Indiana in the Morning, presented as always by First Commonwealth Bank here on AM 1160 WCCS 101.1 FM. How about that?